Well, good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure. I'm very excited to do this training here tonight, the last one that we have for 2012. I've been excited all year long. It's been an incredible year here in NHT Global. I've had an incredible year. I look back from the beginning in terms of my goals that I set forth and what we've been able to do here with NHT. It's been very exciting here in 2012. In this training tonight, I'm going to share with all of you one of the greatest skill sets that I have developed over the years that have allowed me to develop my business faster, to help me reach my goals faster, to help others reach their goals faster. And obviously, when I see there's a lot of new people that are jumping onto this webinar here tonight, and one of the things that I've been teaching for years, like any traditional business or uh, any sport, for example, if you want to reach the top, you're going to have to develop skill sets. First of all, you got to be the right person, and to become the right person, it's all about personal development, which we go on and over and over and over again here in our training. But again, over the next 3 to 5 years, one of the keys to our business model, one of the keys to getting to your goals, to reaching the top of the business here at the ambassador level, is to develop the skill sets. One thing I know for sure, if you continue doing the same thing and you have the same skills that you had in 2012 and in 2013, you're going to get the same results. So I'm going to just share with you a little tale of two distributors. You got the female distributor, let's just call her Sally, and you got the male distributor, I'm going to call him here for the sake of representation, John. Sally and John are sponsored by the same person. They have obviously the same type of training. They're involved in the same business. They're selling the same product. They have the same personal development. They have the same business plan because of the same sponsor. And because of the business plan, they have the same type of activity to reach their goals and their dreams. But why does Sally have 80% more success than John? And it's because out of every person that she talks to on a scale, out of 10 people, and when she's picking up the phone and she's inviting people to take a look at the business, Sally is getting 8 out of 10 people to say yes. However, John is doing the same work and he's calling people up. However, John is getting only 2 out of 10 people to say, yes, I'd like to take a look at the business. So it just makes sense, ladies and gentlemen, that Sally has found a way where she can get someone through the phone to get to take a look at the business. And that's all we want to do here in NHT Global. And this is why logically you can understand why Sally is kicking butt. Sally is raising through the ranks. She's getting close to that ambassador level, where John, doing the same type of work, is working harder but getting less results. And it's because Sally started understanding the psychology of the mind. And let me just share with you a little bit about the mind. We've got two parts of the mind. We've got the subconscious mind, as you see in the graph here, and we've got the conscious mind. The subconscious mind is where we store all our memories, all our decisions, all our experiences. The subconscious mind never forgets all those memories, all those experiences. Even if your conscious mind has, the subconscious mind never does. So what happens, ladies and gentlemen, over the years, growing up through your environment, all these memories, all the things that your parents had said to other people, to you, all the experiences that you have dealt through your environment becomes beliefs that have developed into your future. So let me give you an example. Here's a great belief that is embedded into a culture. And I was just talking to one of our upcoming leaders here in the States. in Pennsylvania the other day. He's on there here tonight, and we talked about some of the differences in Canada and the USA in terms of culture when it related to guns. You know, forever, everybody in the US that is born is indoctrinated with the Constitution, you know, that they have the right to bear guns, to protect themselves, to protect them from something that will happen in the government. So that is a something that's taught, which has become embedded in the culture with the belief. Whereas in Canada, it's totally the opposite. We're taught that guns are there to kill people. Guns are bad. That even if you're going to protect yourself in your house with the gun, more than likely you're going to get shot. You know, you never play fire to fire. This is how we have been taught through our culture, which has created this belief. So just imagine all the beliefs that you have developed that are disempowering you. Just imagine that are not doing you any good, only because it was embedded into your belief system and what I call that programming. So think about this. Your conscious mind right now, which is what we're focused on right now, fires only 2,000 receptors every minute, where your subconscious mind is firing 5 million receptors every minute. So the key to success that Sally started recognizing is that she understood how people are programmed when it comes to sales and their belief about sales. So I'll give you an example. Another programming belief that you have is throughout our lifetime, there have been times, everyone goes through it, where their parents have talked negatively about a salesperson. They got ripped off by buying a car, or this person ripped me off at the store, or, you know, all salespeople are bad. You know, insurance people, don't buy from insurance people because they're going to take advantage of you. They're going to take advantage of the guilt and et cetera, et cetera. So all these kind of beliefs about salespeople that are programmed, that now the subconscious mind has this. Okay, so what happens is when you get into your store, you know, nowadays we're shopping all the time, and you go into a store and someone comes up to you and asks you, can I help you? What automatic thought process comes up is that person will say, you will say, I'm just looking, even though you know that you're going to buy something in that store. So I've got a video here that I'd like to share with everybody and how programming the subconscious mind, what happens during the sales process, which will really help you understand and help you understand what's going to happen here in the future with this training. Okay, just 1 second, guys.
As you were, Lieutenant, don't let anything pass through to Central Command that does not match pre-programming.
Checking all data against self-image blueprint manifestos for lifestyle, money and finances, business success, health and fitness, food.
Restrict all non-compliant input from Dave's awareness. These goals do not match with self-image blueprints, therefore denied. Proceed with normal behavior and thought patterns. Any word from General Amygdala today?
General Amygdala is on alert, but there is no present danger. All is well.
And I assume we're on a steady course.
The psycho-cybernetic mechanism is resting comfortably. We are within normal self-image limits.
Very good, Lieutenant. Carry on.
Hello? So Dave, come on, tell me, have you decided to join us yet? We can show you how to become a millionaire or even a multi-millionaire, and we'll show you how to do it just one step at a time.
Holy smokes, General Amygdala is freaking out.
What is amygdala reacting to?
Get off the phone! He doesn't know what he's talking about. The only way to make money is years of hard work. This is going to cost us money.
Well, yeah, I have been thinking about it.
Hey, no! Lieutenant, get us out of here. Generate more anxiety, more doubt, more fear. Release cortisol and epinephrine into the system. Stat! Oh my God, what's he doing?
I just don't know. I'm telling you, it's easy. Just take these action steps, and I promise you, you'll achieve the lifestyle that you've always dreamed of and that you really want to have. Well, it really would change my life. It'd definitely turn it around. All right, let's do it.
I'm sorry, Dave. I cannot allow you to do that. It is not consistent with your programming and self-image. I will now engage automatic override for course correction.
Wait a minute. Just, you know what? On second thought, I need some time to think about this. It just really isn't the right time. Let's talk next month, all right, man? Thanks. Bye. Do I really want to make more money and pay more taxes and have more employees and eat at fancy restaurants? And who cares about being in shape? I'm just not ready. I need a snack.
Good work, everyone.
Hey, we stayed the same.
So this video is incredible in helping people understand what really happens during the sale process. So the part of your brain, which is the amygdala, is there to protect you from getting outside your comfort zone. So anything that targets your beliefs, that you're starting to feel uncomfortable about it, that part of the brain is going to have you, have you make the proper decision that falls in line with your beliefs, which are based on the programming for so many years. So you can imagine you talk to a prospect, like what you saw in the video, and Sally understands this. Sally understands that people don't like sales pitches. They don't like to hear. People love listening to stories they choose to hear. And people will always ask for more information if the story is aligned with their values and what they really want. And this is how you bypass the amygdala. So now you have all these beliefs that are built up in this part of the subconscious mind, which is the amygdala. And the amygdala is there to protect everyone from doing something that goes against their beliefs. So how to get around that? What Sally decided to do was start to ask some questions to find out what really is the hot button of the prospect. So the great question that I always ask is, John, what do you want more in your life? Just think about that question. And people will tell you, yeah, I want my wife to quit her job. I want her to be at home with the kids. I want to travel more. I'm tired of commuting 2 hours to work, 2 hours back, etc., etc., etc. Another question you should always ask is, what do you want less of in your life? These are two powerful questions that allow you to know what is most important to your prospect. So when I started understanding this changed me forever in my business. This started helping me bypass that sales filter that's built into the amygdala and helping people get around those beliefs so they don't see me as that, salesperson, that I'm going to get them involved in something that is way outside their comfort zone, etc., etc. So I'm going to talk about 3 different types of approaches. For new people, for people that want to bypass that sales approach all the time, this is the approach that I've used on a consistent basis for years. I call it the back end approach. For my Greek friends out there, the Greek approach. And you go out like this. I just found out. The key aspect of using I just found out, it creates curiosity. You know, you're not pitching them direct. And I'm going to go into that in the next slide. I just found out, and I'm going to give you a number of scenarios that I've used for years. And one of the most powerful ones in NHT is I just found out about a group of doctors that developed the world's first 30-minute non-surgical facelift. You know, in just 30 minutes, people are looking 10 years younger. And if you ever want to know more about this, just ask me and I'll get you some information. Better yet, I'll get you to try the product, a free demo. So I've used that script over and over and over again, particularly with women over the age of 40. And I've never had someone say no, because it bypasses that sales filter. It ties into their values. One thing I know in today's society and why that product has been so effective for us is that everybody wants to look younger. We live in a vain society. Even with the men now, that's the fastest growing area in the beauty area of men wanting to look younger. You know, there's other ways that I've used, you know, tied to people's values. You know, I explained a few weeks ago how I met a cousin of mine, a 5th, 6th cousin, who approached me on Facebook. He introduced himself, and I started talking about asking him questions. He told me about his son, you know, and that him and his wife are really working hard. And he brought up something about, because both my kids are in university, and he said, well, that's something I'm concerned about, because the university and college is going through the roof, the fees. So I basically told him, and then he asked me how, you know, what my thoughts on it. And I found out a way back when I was around your age. I told him, I found out a way where I could pay for their education without any stress and without paying more taxes or any money. You know, and what happened is, and then I said, well, if you want to know more about that, you can ask me. I didn't even get to that point because he had asked me, Joe, can you tell me more? Because I tied into his value and what we were discussing. Now I bypassed the sales filter. Now he was asking me for information. So you can understand how powerful this approach is, and you can do it all day long, tying to people's values. You know, a lot of it I've used for women, for example. You know, women that are moms. You know, I just found out a way where moms are making more money than their husbands just working part-time and working from home. You want to know anything more about that? Just ask me. Very powerful statement. Now tying into their values and think, wow, this is incredible. Right? Another one that I have that I've used for years, another idea that you can come up with. I just found out a way where entrepreneurs right around the world are earning more money, not changing their lifestyle, just working an additional 10 hours a week than their full-time businesses. And it's passive income. If you ever want to know more about it, just ask me why. So this is just a way where when people ask you, you can do that when you're out in the street. When you ask people what they do for a living, they're going to come back to you and ask you what you do for a living. And you can actually tie these great little 30-second commercials to this back-end approach. And you're going to have people wanting to know more. I found out a way where I can save $8,000 a year in this part-time global business on my taxes. $8,000 a year. If you want to know more, just ask me why for more information. So these little type of invitations, again, requires just a little questions on your part, making mental notes, seeing where people are in their life. It's you'll never get any rejection. If they don't ask you for more information, that's it. That's okay. They're just the wrong people. Then the other two types of approach is the direct approach. And this is where most new people in the business, and even people that have been around for a year, continually make that same mistake. And this is where John, compared to Sally, was making that mistake because he was using the direct approach. The direct approach I would only recommend you use when you have a lot of credibility with people. They see you as a very successful person. And so when you talk to them, and it goes like this, basically. Hey, John, this is Joe. Do you have a minute? John, I just got started in a very successful global business. I'm looking to expand my global team, and I'm building my team here locally. I thought of you. I thought you'd be a perfect a type of person that I'm looking for. Would you be open to taking a look? When you use that kind of approach, I would only recommend, again, if you have enough credibility. Again, this type of, because the credibility will bypass the sales filter. Because most people will say, well, this guy's really successful, there must be something to this, right? Again, not duplicatable. Again, if you're using the direct approach, in most cases, you're going to get a lot of rejection. And this is what John was doing. So when Sally understood that, again, going back, she was getting 8 out of 10 people using this back-end approach compared to John, who was using the direct approach. The side approach, door approach, I've used also. And this also bypasses, in most cases, the sales filter or the amygdala in the back part of the subconscious mind. So basically, how the side door approach is, again, I'll say, hey, Sally, this is Joe. Do you have a minute? Okay, the reason why I'm always asking people if they have a minute, because if they're in the middle of something and they're busy, they're really not going to pay attention to you. So it's important that you ask them, do you have a minute? Respect people's times. And then I go, Sally, do you have a minute? The reason why I was calling Sally is I really respect you. You're a very successful business person. Okay, praise will get you everywhere. It opens the mind like a parachute. You're a very successful business person. The reason why I was calling is I'm involved in a global business and I'm expanding my business here locally, and I'm looking for successful business people. Because you're a very successful, Sally, you must know a lot of successful entrepreneurs or success-minded people that'll be open to taking a look. Can you help me? Okay, I've used that approach with certain people, and I always got a response, what is it? And here's the thing, you never ever sell someone on the phone. This is what the NHT global tools that we have, the naturescare.com is a fantastic tool. Steamteam.ca, incredible tool for those people that want to take a look at the business in more detail, see the training and the support and the ideas of marketing. And another great tool, our 30-second, actually 1-minute message line that we have. That's another tool which you can get the phone number on steamteam.ca. These webinars that we do on a daily basis, another fantastic tool. So these are all kinds of tools. The booklet that we have, magazine that we have here in North America relating to our story and the products and the catalog, incredible tool that you can do face-to-face presentations. 3-way calling, 2-on-1s, bringing your sponsor with you or having your sponsor call in, to help you with that. These are all kinds of tools that you can use to help sell the business model. So what happens when I'm contacting these people, I use a side door approach. I never sell them in the business. And when they say, what is it? Well, Sally, I'm here. My job here is not to sell you on the phone because you're very busy, very successful, and I wouldn't be able to do a great job doing that. So can we make an appointment and I can sit down with you, half an hour, all I need, and I can show you what I'm doing and why I'm so excited about it. That's it. And then you make the appointment. If the person is long distance, then what you need to do beforehand is decide what you're going to show them. Probably the best approach is a nature's care site, or number two, if you're really new in the business, what you want to do is to say, listen, I don't know much right now. I'm training. I'm just in my business plan. You come up with some excuse, but what I'd like to do is introduce you to my coach and mentor. He's very successful, and he can explain to you what it is all about. So this is what. Then you bring in three-way your upline leader, and what they will do is make an appointment where they do a live one-on-one webinar with them, direct them to the Nature's Care site, and then set up a time where they're going to follow up. That's another way, powerful way, where you can use your upline leadership. I totally recommend that. So those are the three approaches: side door approach, direct approach, and then the one that I recommend that you teach. This is going to be up on steamteam.ca, this training, and this will allow you to start helping people bypass the amygdala, the sales filter that we have in the amygdala. And this will allow you, like Sally does, 8 out of 10 presentations. And believe me, if you have 8 out of 10 people looking at the business on if you have that kind of percentage, you will qualify for Paris. You will have a great time of Paris with your spouse. Can you just visualize that? Just because you learn this one little sales technique that will bypass and help you achieve your goals. Another great part of the business, and the most powerful, we're always communicating, even if you're not opening up your mouth. And one of the things that I recognized when I got started, and I believe was one of my greatest assets, is I already saw myself as successful when I got started. I put myself in a mind state, in a mental state that allowed me to feel that I was successful, that I was walking like I was successful. And when I sat down with people, and showing presentations or got on the phone, I purposely got myself to visualize how successful I was, even before I was making the money. Athletes do that all the time. I was reading an article just the other day about Usain Bolt, where he visualizes a race before he gets on that starting line. He visualizes what he does throughout the race, because he's already seeing himself winning the race. He's already seeing himself successful. I saw a great little post in Facebook regarding the San Francisco 49ers rookie quarterback, where at the age of 12, he was in grade 8. The age of 12, he wrote goals down that he was going to be a quarterback in the NFL. And he was going to play quarterback for the San Francisco Giants. Correct. And San Francisco 49ers, sorry, that was the wrong sport. For the 49ers. And he's the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. Just think about that. When you visualize and you put that out in the universe will bend to your needs. So let's take a look at what I mean by nonverbal communication. So you look at this little girl, what is she saying to you? Obviously, she doesn't even have to open up her mouth. She is looking frustrated, angry. She's not getting what she wants. She's crossed her arms. This is sales 101. So when you sit in front of a prospect and you see someone like this, it's very easy to understand what you need to do next. So this is very important to understand not only your prospect's posture, but your own posture. Let's take a look at the next one. And these are just 5 people that are saying different things. You look at the gentleman in the middle, basically when someone stands like that and not smiling, it can mean that he's insecure, he's very hostile, he's got an attitude challenge at that time, possibly crossing his arms like that, overlapping, maybe close-minded. You look at the gentleman with the glasses, the young gentleman in the glasses, standing like that with the head tilted. Possibly he's looking menacing, right? He's up to something. He's hiding behind something, right? You have someone who puts their hand on their chin. This is what I learned many years ago. That is a sign that they may be, lying to you. They're not open to communicating to you. So you imagine you're a distributor and you're sitting down with people or you're walking into a room. Your posture, your nonverbal communication is saying something. So you imagine when I was going in and I felt that I was already successful. You imagine how I was walking the room. I was smiling all the time. I made sure my head was up, my shoulders were up, because scientific studies will tell you that when you have the right posture, like this snake, and I'm going to go into this in a second, it sends cortisone, major cortisone to your brain. Cortisone is a major positive force to your brain that you're feeling good, that you're great, that you're powerful. And this is what animals do on a consistent basis. You look at a snake, when they feel threatened in any way, what do? They make themselves look powerful, big, and strong. Why? Because they want to scare away the predator. Or if they're going to attack, this is what they're going to do. So human beings do this all the time. If you start to understand how powerful nonverbal communication is. Next time someone walks into your office, sit down like this. That's a sign of power. It's a sign that you're confident, you're successful, that you know what you're doing. This type of posture helps you and it helps your brain, and you're sending that vibration, that energy over to the prospect, that you're going places, that you are at a place that they want to be. Wonder Woman, for those of you who are old enough, television series in the 70s, and the producers of that show, the directors of the show, really understood that pose showed power. Don't mess with me. I'm confident. I'm going places. So I hope you understand that the way your body and how you present your body and your posture at all times, what that means, what signals you're sending to the next person. So on the opposite effect, I see this all the time at events, even with speakers who supposedly are very successful. And when you see them, their words may be great. They may be flying and going places, with their words, but their posture is telling you something different. I can remember back in the 90s where there was a, back then, very famous and network marketing coach, and we brought her into a convention. Her material was great. But once she got up on stage, for the first session, she really, her posture, how she was dressed, how she was walking, everything up on stage, and we didn't allow her. She did her content was great, but we didn't allow her to get to this, to do the afternoon session. She basically stopped right there because of how her body language what her body language was telling everybody there. So again, the point of this training is to help you understand the contacting and inviting, but also on the presentation side when you're on the phone. So right now I'm standing up. I never do conference calls or webinars or trainings sitting down, because I want to stand up. I want to move around. I want to feel powerful. I want to send positive cortisone to my brain. So I'm sending out the energy, the great vibration out to all of you that are watching and listening, even in the future. You can tell. Your conscious mind may not tell, but your subconscious mind will say, there's something going on here, right? So this, what you're showing here, arms crossed, eyes up, head turned, again, shows power. But then the other gentleman sitting down, you can tell he's scared. He's not confident. He doesn't know where he's going. Probably he doesn't have any goals. Just think about how many times you get on the phone where you're going to talk to a prospect, or if you're going to sit down with someone. How many times, and again, I have to, for years, what I did when I got started in the first few years, I had to remind myself. I had to get myself in that state. And because of the habit of doing that, and I always saw myself as successful, I was able to portray that power, that confidence, that knowledge, even though inside I wasn't, because I had a lot to learn. I had a lot to develop myself. But I wouldn't let people see that. It was amazing to me. I'm 25, 26 years old. By just understanding posture and visualizing yourself already successful and walking into a room and lifting up your energy. I'm not talking about a raw, but your vibrational level. People would come to me for advice. People double my age, and then they would comment on the way I was dressing. And that's another thing that's very important in our business, is dressing well when you're meeting people. It helps you feel confident. It helps you with your posture. Very, very important. For example, when I do a video conference calling into rooms, even though I'm at home in my home office, I'm putting on my jacket. I'm looking good for the room. I'm showing my brand. When I go and sit down with someone, I'm always going to wear a suit, my brand. I'm going to look good. I'm going to look professional, because I want people to treat. I've seen in the industry, where people are wearing shorts and they're showing the lifestyle that they don't have to dress up. As long as it's their brand and they feel confident in that and people understand that, all the power to you. But I started the brand in dressing well, attracting quality business people that way. So guys, I'm coming to the end of the presentation here. I hope this was of value to you. If you want to build a team here in network marketing, posture and power, the nonverbal communication will help you move forward in the direction of your dreams. And just think about it. Have you ever seen a depressed person, someone that's always not smiling and has their head down and they're walking deliberate? Have you ever seen those people succeed long term? Do you want to hang out with those types of people? Just think about it. Or at family functions, even though you love them, you don't want to spend too much time with them because they get you down. They're always complaining. People want to surround themselves with people that are smiling, that are goal-oriented, that are focused, that are going places, that are walking into the room like they're on purpose. This is what our business is all about. This is what I've been passionately sharing with people for years, that their dreams can come true. But if you send the right messages to your brain, I guarantee you the universe will bend to your needs. So my question to you in 2013, do you want to be more? Do you want to have more? I believe everybody does. Everybody has the desire to be more and do more. But are you willing to learn? Are you willing to put the time in to work harder on your dreams and your own business than you do work harder for your bosses? And you need to make a decision today for 2013 that you're going to have an incredible year. that you're going to spend every day working on your dream, focusing on your dream, working harder in your dream than you do for your bosses. And I can guarantee you, your life will change. It won't change tomorrow. It won't change next month. It won't change 3 months from now. But I guarantee you, you do that. You create, it's a lifestyle. It's like eating a hamburger a day. If you do that, it's not going to kill you a month from now. It's not going to kill you 3 months from now. But 5 months, 7 months, 9 months from now, your health is going to deteriorate. This is what we preach. I preach for a long time because I understood that if I created that lifestyle, went all in, learned the skills, developed myself, focus on my dream, have faith in the power of what I can do, have faith in the universe that God created, and my dreams have come true over and over and over again. And the passion I have in helping just get through to a small percentage of people, that Dan Cattle and myself have, and just helping people understand in the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to have our greatest growth curve here in NHD Global. We've already pioneered the globe. We're going into Peru now, Ukraine and Kazakhstan in the next 3 countries that we're opening up. We have got incredible top leaders that are joining us all over the world. We are positioned like very few companies are. Are you willing to use the material that I've shared with you here tonight to help you reach your goals and dreams and be a start of a life in the next 3 to 5 years where you will create a legacy for your family? All you have to do is fall in love with your dream and believe in your dream. And I promise you, like myself, like Dan and so many of our leaders around the globe, it's happened to them because they had faith in what I've just shared with you here tonight. So God bless everyone. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. I'm so excited about the year 2013. From the bottom of my heart, I wish all the great blessings this season and having your greatest year ever in 2013. And do me a favor, on my blog, yjoegarcia.com, click on blog. I've updated a post that I did a number of years ago, which says, having your best year ever in 2013. Go and read it every day for the next 2 to 3 weeks. And follow what I share with you here. Watch this training over and over again, and this will help you lead you to a great 2013. I believe in you. The question I ask for you is, do you believe in yourself? Take care, everyone. God bless. Happy holidays.